Good afternoon. I wanted to do the 25 tag questions that I think Keesha must have started this tag, and I saw my friend Robin do it, and I thought it sounded like fun, a little get to know you tag, which most of you know these things about me, but there's a lot of new people in our community, and I'm gonna fix Madison's hair while I'm talking to you. Madison's hair is really easy to fix, and I'm telling you that it stays in place, but it's just a little bit ragged, so I want to redo it. She's half asleep with me taking care of her hair. But let's get on with the tag. Number 1, what is your middle name? My middle name is Carolyn. Now, I was named Carolyn because my mother's middle name is Carolyn, and she named me my middle name Carolyn. And then my sister's middle name is Gail, and when my daughter was born, I named her middle name Gail after my sister. It's just kind of like a tradition. My brother named his son, his middle name is after my brother. Little tradition that we have. So yeah, it's Carolyn, Carolyn, and it's after my mother. All right, number 2, favorite subject in high school: English, literature, anything to do with literature. I always loved doing book reports, and just anything to do with literature I absolutely loved, and I still do. I remember I would even do friends' book reports for them because I loved it so much. They didn't like it, and I did, so I just loved getting up front and doing book reports. We'd have to get up in front and give the book reports, and I just loved giving book reports. Number 3, favorite drink. Well, that just, that changes. Let's see, right now, I'm hooked on coconut water with a little palm juice mixed with it, or any kind of juice. And, oh, it's so good for you, and it's so refreshing. It's not, it doesn't have any caffeine, so I've cut down on my caffeine. I just have a cup, sometimes 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I like to have one in the evening, but I rarely do. But if I do, I'd say 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. And then I'm drinking drinks without caffeine, like palm juice and water, just plain water. Or if my stomach's upset, I'll drink a little ginger ale, sip on it, and ginger will settle your stomach. So ginger ale too. Ginger ale I love. Now, number 3, favorite drink. Number 4, favorite song at the moment. Let's see. You know what? It's stuck in my head. One of my friends called. She started singing it. Little did she know that I had already been singing that song this morning. It's count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God hath done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Well, y'all know that song. Excuse my singing, but I love to sing. I just break out in song. I always have. Our whole family, we do that. Especially if we're real happy. So I love that song today. I guess that would be my favorite. All right. Pretty little headband. Her auntie gave her. And number 5. What would you name your children? Well, I've already had children. And my daughter's name is Shanna. Shanna. I had one daughter. And then I had to have hysterectomy in my 20s due to endometriosis. So I tried to have more children. At that time, there was not much you could do except fertility drugs. And I did take them, but the endometriosis got so bad that I had to have it out because I got pelvic inflammatory disease. I was in severe pain. They had to go in and scrape and clean all that out. And so that was it for me, one child, which I'm very thankful for. All right, number 6, have you ever participated in sports? Oh, yeah, baby. Sports was my life. I went to state and track, And I was all district in basketball, all conference. I won a whole bunch of stuff in basketball and track. That was my life. I loved sports, and I was just an athlete. I was a twirler and an athlete, and man, those were good times. I cannot tell you. Still to this day, when I go into a gymnasium, just the smell, ooh, I love it. It excites me. I wish I could still play. Had a lot of good memories with. We always won district every year when I was in high school, and we'd go on by district and then regionals, and we had a great coach, and I loved sports. It was really, really, really fun for me, and I enjoyed it immensely. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite book? You know, I don't even know if I have a favorite book. I wouldn't say I had a favorite book, you know. I read the Bible, of course. That's my very favorite, because we can believe everything it says, and it tells us just exactly what's going to happen in the future and how to handle different situations. So I do love that book. But as far as just a book on the secular level, I don't know. I don't really have one. I like to read, but I can't say that I have a favorite book. I didn't read much till I got sick. And then I had time to read. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite color? That has changed over the years. Growing up, it was blue. This is not suiting me the way this looks. I'm going to redo it. And now, for the past, I'd say 10, 15 years, red has really appealed to me. And I took a decorating course, and they told us that every room could have a touch of red, that you should put a little touch of red in every room. And I do. Of course, you know, my couch and everything's got, it's shabby chic with a little red. I just love red. And believe it or not, when I married my husband, I found out that he loved red too. That's his favorite color. He has a red truck. So red is my fave. Let's see. What is your favorite animal? My favorite exotic animal would be a zebra. I don't know, a giraffe. I think a giraffe. It's always been my favorite, but I've been leaning towards zebras. I've been watching some nature shows, and those zebras are so fascinating to me. But my very favorite would be giraffe. They're real tall. I've always been short. I'm 5'3", and I've always admired tall people, and ooh, I just think it'd be so cool to be a giraffe, be taller than anybody, and just go to those trees, and just, if there's a piece of fruit on there you want, just pull it off. So it'd be giraffe right now. Now for a domesticated animal, it would be a dogs. And I have Pomeranians. For years I bred show Pomeranians, and now we have 9 Poms, and they're getting on up in age. They're not real old. They're like 6 to 8, and they're our little babies. They're the very small with triple coats, very, very, very pretty little Pomeranians, and they're probably all together, they don't weigh over, all 9 of them, they don't weigh over 45 pounds. Not even that much. They probably weigh 2 to 3 pounds each. They're small, beautiful little animals, and I just adore them. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite perfume? That changes too. For years I loved Obsession by Calvin Klein. And then, but now I'm hooked on, a nurse had this on when she was caring for me, and it smelled so nice and fresh and not overpowering. So now I'm wearing Crush, and it's the Crush in the pink bottle. I forgot there's another name that goes with the Crush, but I forgot what it is. But it's the one in the pink bottle. There's several Crushes, and I love Crush. Now then, sweet darling, let Mama just hold you right here. Finally got your little hair fixed. Okay, let's see. What is your favorite holiday? You know, holidays are so special when your children are little. As they get older and go their own ways, and your parents age, and things are not like they used to be, where you all get together and eat together and your mama cooks. When they get elderly and things change, holidays are not as much fun as they were. when you're young because you miss things. So I don't really have a favorite holiday. I just don't have one. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. Well, I would never give anything a 10 because none of us are perfect. But I would have to say that my childhood was an 8 or a 9. We were raised, probably, we were not raised, we were just like middle class. Or maybe, my dad was a hard worker, but he was also a farmer. And there was many years in there where he had failure crops because it was so dry, or they got held out. And that's when he got out of farming completely. I mean, not completely, he kept a farm, but he found another job because there were several years there that it was pretty tough because, you don't make any money if you don't have cotton. And but I had a good childhood as far as love and support. I was the only child until I was 8 years old. My parents always took me to church. They always read to me, taught me right from wrong, and I guess you could say that it was just a salt of the earth type childhood, to do what's right, be around good people, and away from trouble, and to give to others. Just treat people as you want to be treated. And I had great grandparents, fabulous grandparents, and my mom and I are really, really close. I was just glued to her hip. And then when I was 8, my mother had another baby. When I was 10, another one. When I was 12, the last one. So I've got 3 siblings, but we had a great childhood. I can say that my parents were absolutely probably some of the best parents around. They were always there for us. We didn't have everything we wanted, but we had what we needed. And I was taught to work if you don't have what you need to work. So I started working when I was real young at the drugstore. I opened the drugstore with the key at 5:30 in the morning. And then I would close the drugstore. And, nowadays, a young girl like that, 15, 16 years old, going up to a drugstore, a pharmacy, let's put it that way, at 5 or 6 in the morning would be unheard of. But I'd just drive right up there, take the key, open it, go in. It was we had a drug store, old Tommy, that you had a soda fountain, and then the pharmacy was in the back. And oh my goodness, just think of all those drugs that were in there. But I didn't worry about anybody breaking in. Everybody knew everybody, and nobody would do anything like that back then. So I started working real early to help pay for my school clothes and things. Okay, let's see. Have you ever been out of the country? Yes, I have. I've been to Europe several times, several countries over there, and I've been to Mexico. I've been to, St. Croix is part of the U.S. But I've been there, and Bahamas and Hawaii several times. I've been quite a few places, and I'm glad I did it when I was younger, because right now I wouldn't be able to travel. I love to travel. That is my favorite thing. I like to go somewhere where I don't know anybody. I don't know anything much about the food, and just kind of blend in and eat the food and get to know the people. And oh, I just love that, to see how the people live in different places. Do you speak any other languages? No, unfortunately I don't. I can speak some Spanish, but not fluently, and I can understand Spanish enough that when I worked at the prison, I had all the Hispanics prisoners thinking that I knew Spanish, but I didn't. But they always talked among each other that, oh, Miss Johnston, she knows Spanish, be careful what you say. But I didn't know very much. I just knew enough to ask them how they felt, to speak medical stuff to them. I wish I'd learned more Spanish. I didn't really try. I took Spanish, but I didn't really apply myself. I just learned it for the moment. I wish I'd tried harder. And let's see. Number 15. Do you have any siblings? I do. I have 3 siblings. My one brother is 8 years younger than me, and he retired at the age of 42, and now he's doing farming. My sister is a nurse for Texas Poison Control. She's 10 years younger than me. And my little brother is 12 years younger than me. He also retired at 42 from USPS, no, UPS. And he's doing some farming. So my two little brothers retired early and found other things to do. And my sister's the only one of us that's not retired. She's still working for Texas Poison Control. Do you speak any other languages? Do you have siblings? What is your favorite store? Oh, well, you know I'm an online shopper. I don't like to get out, and I don't like to fight the people, and my immune system is not real good, so I try not to get out a whole bunch of people. I guess my favorite store would have to be eBay, because you get to look at all different things. I do like eBay. What is your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant is a little hole in the wall, and I haven't been there in years. I don't know if they're still open, but it used to be this little hole in the wall dive that served Mexican food. It was not in the best part of town, but everybody around here knows that that's the best Mexican food, and it was delicious. They made the best chili rellenos that you have ever laid your mouth on, and I loved going there. I mean, the seats sunk in, and it was a little dive, but it was clean, and the food was great. As far as now, just like a chain or a restaurant like that, I do love Olive Garden. Love their salads, and I love Texas Roadhouse if I want a steak. Let's see. Do you like school? Well, I'm not in school now, but I loved school. That was a very happy time in my life. I had a lot of friends, and I just felt invincible back then. I mean, you know, things came easy, and teachers were nice, kids were nice. It was just a great time. We could walk all over town, day or night. You didn't ever think about anybody doing anything to you. And everybody knew you and was nice to you. Oh, it was just, that time was a very, very special time in my life. What is let's see, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Oh my goodness, I have a lot. I love 50 and Fantabulous. I've been watching her for a while. And I like several of the crafters. I like a lot of the crafting channel I watch. I just watch a lot of stuff. I love to find out about the earthquakes, the earthquake channel, to give a rundown of where the earthquakes were and what if they were 4.5 or 5. And I keep up with that because Texas, they've been having some in Texas and Oklahoma, but I haven't felt them, but I like to see if there was some. And then, of course, on the Doll channel, I've got a lot of people I like to watch on the Doll channel. Some that I used to like to watch that I don't watch so much now, but I'm an adventurer. I'm not a follower, and I'm not I just get real bored with things pretty quick. So I might watch somebody's channel and just absolutely love it, and then sort of get bored with it, so I'll go to somebody else's channel. I jump around, but there's so many good YouTubers. Too many to name. Okay, what is your favorite movie? I love Yentl. I could watch Yentl over and over. Why? It's a Barbra Streisand. Yentl has a lot in there about Jewish history, and it is a fabulous movie. If you can learn a lot about Jewish history, it's very, very good. And of course, I love The Help. That's one of my very favorites. And all the girl flicks, Steel Magnolias, but my all-time favorite, I say, would be Yentl. And I don't like anything scary, nothing with blood or guts or zombies or any of that type thing. It just doesn't feel good in my soul, and it makes me have a bad feeling. I don't care for them. What is some of your favorite TV shows? Well, y'all know I absolutely love The Midwife, called The Midwife. And by the way, the new season's on, and I think it's either the 3rd or 4th episode. And if you didn't get to see the December 2015 Christmas special, I think it's 2 parts. Oh, that Christmas special was fab. You would love it. So go over there to PBS or wherever you watch it and catch that Christmas special. It's really good. And then the first few episodes of this new season are fabulous too. I love that. I love documentaries. I love, I used to watch Grey's Anatomy, not so much anymore. I don't watch a lot of TV. I used to watch more than I do now. Mostly I watch things on my computer, and I watch a lot of movies and a lot of documentaries. Let's see. I have a PC that's mine's a regular laptop. It's a Toshiba, and I also have recently my husband bought a iPad. It's not the iPad brand, but it's an iPad. But I hardly ever use it. I love using my laptop. Let's see, what phone do you have? I have an iPhone 6S, or, yeah, 6 something, 6S or 6D or 6 something, and I want to get that pause. I actually want to get another type phone that has a pause. I downloaded a program about a year ago, a photo program that has a pause in it, but I heard Robin talk about an app, so I might just download that app. I love my iPhone, except for it doesn't have a pause, but if I can have that pause, I won't change phones. I'll keep this one, because I really enjoy it. I've always had iPhones. What is your... How tall? I'm short, 5'3". I'm the shortest in the family. My brothers are like 6'2" and 6'3". My sister's 5'9", and I'm 5'3". I'm the runt. Do you have any pets? Yes, I've already told you that I have Pomeranians, and growing up I had all kinds of pets. Peacocks, guineas, white-legged chickens, bantams, all kinds of chickens, rabbits, dogs, cats, sheep, goats, horses, you name it, we've had it. Squirrel. We had a lot of animals in my lifetime, and I love animals. I love baby goats. They're so much fun to play with. But when you take on an animal, you're taking on a big responsibility. They're like a child. They have to have their shots. They have to have a lot of care, and it's a big responsibility. But if it wasn't so expensive, I would have a lot of different type of animals, but I don't have the funds to pay for all the care that they need. Like horses, you know, you have to have their hooves trimmed, and the farrier has to come. And there's just different things that you have to do for different animals, and I can't really afford it, so I just have dogs now, and 2 cats. We have 2 cats. Well, that was a fun tag. I enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed looking at my sweet little Madison. She's the Lucy kit by Tina Cui, and I've had her for a long time. She's painted by a very nice artist, and no one here on YouTube. The artist used to sell a lot to Laura from Hello Dolly Nursery, and I saw Madison on eBay, and I noticed who had reborn her, and I knew she was good. So I love her little eyelashes. They're blonde. So sweet. And so I got her from her at a real good price. And I have thoroughly enjoyed her. She has got the fattest little legs. Look at those little fat legs. Look at those. Little cute fat legs. She's got fat legs and a good sized foot. She's got on little walking shoes. Kim made me from Night Owl Nursery. And then she's got good sized hands too. So I just love my baby Madison. I need to change her out of this outfit, but oh my goodness, she looks so cute in it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and change her in the next day or two. Give this a good laundry and get it ready for somebody else to wear. We share around here. Our girls share. So that was a fun tag. A lot of tags they don't appeal to me, but this one, oh man, I like it. I like hearing everybody's answers. You can learn about a person, a lot about a person. You know, one thing I have learned, don't always assume. If somebody tells you something about a person, give them a chance. Try to get to know them. Don't go into something with preconceived ideas, because, you know, we may come off one way and we may be a total another way. I know a lot of people think, oh, you can buy all those baby clothes. You're rich. I don't want to have anything. People that don't have a lot of money, and if they think you do have a lot of money, they're going to be rude to you. A lot of them are. I've seen it. It's happened. But Girls, I'm just a common as dirt country girl. I'm just an average Joe Blow, middle class American. That's all I am. So I don't know where that came from, all this hoopla about that, but I'm certainly just an average Joe Blow, and things are not always as they seem. I try to say that because it make people think they're not always as they seem. They may seem one way, but they could be totally different. So we have to give each other a chance, you know. Don't go by what somebody else tells you. Indefinite fact, you know, you might really like somebody that one of your close friends doesn't really like. And that's what makes the world go round. We're all different. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I just say give everybody, you know, unless you talk to them and dealt with them, they may not be like the person's telling you. Now, Madison says, Mommy, I can't sleep good with all this talking. Please let me sleep. Okay, darling, I'll hush and let you go to sleep. I know you're sleepy, sweet girl. So thank you, and I challenge you to do the tag. Thanks, Keesha. That's a pretty cool tag. And I'm glad you're active again. It's great. You're doing a good job. We love your videos. And from, see, where are we now? 25, that's it. So I'm done. From West Texas, where it's a beautiful day, and we have the air conditioner on today. God bless you, and remember, things aren't always like they seem.